Today I'm at Shirley's beautiful garden. Welcome, Shirley. So how long have you had your garden here for?
Well, the garden itself is only 6 years old, but we bought the block of land 17 years ago, and it took a long time to talk my husband into moving. So it's been 6 years of hard slog. I started down there in the rainforest and planted quite a few things while the people were building the house up here. And then I worked my way up and did paths and kept planting.
Any favourite plants you have in your garden?
I love my Dombea, the winter's joy, and I like this big tropical tree here. It's the tropical waratah. That's beautiful when it's out. I love my palms, and I've got 23 hibiscus, different colours. I just love lots of flowers, and I keep buying them all the time.
How often do you spend in your garden?
Up to 8 hours every day. So lots of watering, lots of weeding, lots of planting, lots of shifting. It's a bit like a house. I keep moving plants and not furniture. Chasing turkeys, fixing up holes that bandicoots have dug, and trying to retrieve plants that the possums have been eating. So living next to the rainforest, or to the big forest, here is quite a challenge, really.
Do you have any other pests or problems apart from
those animals and creatures? Well, the birds can be a problem, like the crows. I'm disappointed in the African miners because they keep chasing the native birds away. But no, otherwise, it's just lovely here. It's so close to the city and very, very peaceful. You can't even hear the traffic going along the road. You wouldn't even know that you're near the city. My husband does all the major work and I do all the gardening. And he's often out on the back porch having a sleep on the bed while I'm out there digging and planting. No, it's lovely. When the grandchildren come, they love to go and explore and see what's new, and they like the little gnome corner down the bottom in the creek there. Yeah, no, I just love gardening. I'm not a professional gardener. I just plant and hope things live and keep watering and watering. We've got 73,000 litres of tank water, which helps, and then I just wish for rain. Yeah.
Do you have any edible trees here?
Yes, we've got lychees and lemons and lots of citrus, guava, passion fruit, pawpaw, macadamia, fig. Now we've got quite a few.
Wow.
And vegetables.
How many different types of plants do you have here?
Wow. Well, I've planted over 8,000 plants. We probably have about 100 different varieties at least. Yes, I haven't done that. I must do that one day. Go around and check that out.
So your garden's going to be featured a part of this year's Australian Open Garden Scheme. Has it been a part of the program before?
Last year was my very first try, and yes, I was very pleased with the people that came through and the comments they made. It makes all the effort worthwhile when people appreciate what you do.
Are there any plans that you have for the future for your garden? Any new areas you want to develop or a style?
Well, I'm starting to do the native section, which is across the creek, and I've put in 500 trees there so far, but there'll be lots more to go in, and I want to do a succulent cactus area as well. So it's nearly finished. People keep telling me, Shirley, you've done enough, don't do any more. Your garden's big enough, but I just want more challenges all the time. Something to do. Yeah.
Where do you draw your inspiration from?
I look at a lot of books. I go to a nursery and think, oh, I haven't seen that plant before, so I have to buy that. So mainly nurseries and looking through garden books and going around other open gardens and seeing what they've done in their gardens.
Is there any advice? I see all your plants are really healthy and beautiful. Is there any secret that you've got?
Lots of watering. Water, I think, is the main thing, and lots of food, healthy plant, healthy soil.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. If your plant's healthy, the bugs won't attack it quite so much.
Well, thank you so much for letting us come and visit you today. I'm super excited about your garden. It's just absolutely beautiful. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you all for coming. It's been a pleasure to have you.
And Jill, our horticulturist, shows us how to pot up a bare-rooted rose.
And now we have our bare root rose. Nice clean lines, nice 2 V's or 3. We don't want it too clustered, so it's got plenty of air circulating. We're going to put him into a pot and we gently lower him in. The roots are fitting very nicely. Now I want him to be about 2 fingers above the soil. So I want him to about that point. In we go with our quality mix. Again, it's a potting mix, not a garden soil, because we're putting it into a pot. And we fill it all up, all the way through. This mix has a slow release fertiliser in it, so it'll keep fertilising for the next 5 to 6 months. And it's got a wetting agent, so it'll hold the moisture. I tamp down the soil. You can see it's holding it firm now, but I need it to come up higher. Where I'm aiming for on the pot is roughly 2 fingers at the back. And that way, when I water it, it will hold the moisture right up to the top. The main thing to do now is to water. Now with a rose, you've got to water it so it soaks, so there's no air pockets. So more, 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 more. She's dropped down a few centimetres. Tip more where there was any exposed roots. And your rose is ready to go. Coming up next, how to pot beautiful herbs with Blooming in Brisbane.